No, I'm gonna freak out. That was good, y'all. It was good. I was too busy grooving. My bad. My bad. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I'm tired, y'all. Jesus. It's been a week already. It's only fucking Monday.
A whole week.
A whole fucking week. Oh Lord. Well, what are we talking about, basics?
Good intentions, bad judge of character.
Shut the hell up. Okay. So, we talk about this often. We talk about this pretty fucking often.
That would make it a whole segment about it.
Shit. You just gonna be Captain Obvious all night? That's what you're doing? That's what we're doing?
Yes, while I'm cleaning a Nerf gun.
Okay. Cool shit. But no, legit. Good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. What does that mean?
Pretty sure you've heard it before.
Pretty sure you've heard it before. Pretty sure you've fucking done it before. Pretty sure you've fucking done it before.
Yep.
It's like you can have the utmost pure as a baby's smooth ass consideration for a situation and or person and fuck it up.
Yep.
Completely miss the mark. Completely total all your efforts in one fail swoop. Are you monitoring the chat while you do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Jay's only grabbing a paper and pen.
Jay grabbing, as per usual. So
as paper usual.
Shit. So when we talk about this, what comes to mind for me is it's kind of like the surprises and birthday BS shit we did last time. Heck, Calvino. Except it goes one step further. It's not just per occasion. It's like you literally trying to play fortune teller and say, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to be the best thing ever. Like, I'm not saying, because that also goes up against the value of like, but we got to be optimistic. I can understand that.
Be optimistic, but not stupid.
I wouldn't exactly label it stupidity. Like, sometimes we get blinded by the intentions we have to try and make something happen. But like, I've told people 5 times in the last week that you cannot just step in on behalf of someone. You can't sit there and try to make, whatever situation they have better, because 1, you're not in the situation at a point where you can understand the situation like they can. And 2, you don't have their input. And 3, if it's like you're trying to save them from something, listen, it's been proven time and time again that the universe will not let you step in and take and derail someone's karma or their comeuppance.
Sometimes they just don't want your fucking help.
And they sure as fuck don't need you fucking with their character development, because it's going to happen with or without you.
Yeah. It's like doing things to protect people's feelings.
Oh my God.
Some of the most selfish shit you can do.
Factual, because you're still going to hurt their feelings. You're going to hurt their feelings twice over for the first thing, and then you're going to hurt them because you essentially lied about it the second thing. And it's not even just the lying part. It's the you looking down on me because you think I can't handle it.
Less than me that I couldn't. Yep.
Right. That's right.
So
Don't be No. Don't be Captain Save-A-Hole, Calvino. Don't be Captain Save-A-Hole, because some of these are emotional holes out here in these streets. Everybody can be an emotional hole.
Yep.
Like, say what you're saying. We always sit there and harp on clear communication. And like that's part of it is having difficult conversations. Not well, if I do this and do that, it'll show that I'm thoughtful and this whole thing will blow over because I've got positive intentions for how this will work out. No, bitch.
Cool. Go fuck yourself. That doesn't.
You must be the universe talking. That's exactly what the universe would say. Cool.
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. I'm Mr. Universe today. But yeah, doing stuff of that nature just shows how much you don't understand the situation. That makes any sense.
Right. Right. It's like, oh, I did this and I thought it would make you feel better. Why would you think that? Well, because if I were in that position, it would make me feel better.
Whoa. Can we get on that?
Oh, so you're putting me in the place of you. Well, not even that, because the other person from the other side is not going to say that. You're from your side of it, you are putting them in your place, trying to soothe the you and them. And what needs to happen instead is you need to accommodate them, not accommodate what you think they need, but like ask or listen. Hold space. Like you don't have to be octopus 8-arm person. What if the boner sounded like that? Boing. Anyway, you don't have to be this 8-armed person trying to like account for all these variables just to make sure that this thing goes exactly right without a hitch, because it's not going to happen. You're going to be upset. The other people are going to be upset. You're going to be disappointed, and then y'all are going to be mad at each other. Like, you are your own unique individual. So case in point. So, if we just met and have only maybe spoken 12 words to each other total, because we have agreed that we are just fucking, and then 6 months down the line, we decide, you know what? Shit, let's grab dinner together. And I get a text that says my grandmother died. Do you hug me?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know how you grieve. Plus, I'm awkward around death.
Real awkward. That's the point. Well, no, that is part of the point too. That's another thing. You gotta take that into consideration. So what you're saying is,
but also at the same time, when you project so much you don't like being touched, your family doesn't do this, that, and the other.
So what you're saying is you don't.
You've already put in my mind, you don't want to be touched when this shit like this happens.
So what you're saying is, I need to use more information to guide my next steps.
Also, it was 2 months, not 6.
It was 2. That girl had a lot of crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's
felt like 6 months. Felt like 6 months.
You know what? I'm out. Like we.
You know, you saw how I was like, nah, get out like a month before though. You saw that. But again, hey, you were you, I'm me.
You had the best intentions.
That was your character development, and I could not stand in the way of that.
If you did, that probably would make me even worse and have us have a disagreement on shit like that, or as most people like to use that whole tough love sentiment.
Gross. But no, so what you're saying is I need more information to have next step, to guide next steps. Like I can't just assume like because I like to be hugged and held when I lose someone or when I have a bad day that you like that too. I can't just assume that.
Somebody else's first thought.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's almost like we're unique individuals or something.
I know, right? That's
with different upbringing and different rules for things like affection, touch, personal space.
Affection or lack thereof.
So it's like, I just wanted to give another case in point. The whole argument with grandparents and the grandkids. If little Sadie don't want to hug grandpa, little Sadie don't gotta hug grandpa. Well, I just want to show her love. You can high five her. You can buy her something. You can say, "Hey, Sadie, I love you." Don't be forcing hugs. Right.
Never comfortable around you.
Right.
Not expecting them to love you just because you grandma and grandpa, because they don't know the fuck you are when it's the first time meeting.
My children don't understand hierarchies and labels like that. The fuck?
Children don't give a fuck either.
Children don't give a fuck.
You can tell them what it is, they still won't care. I still don't like her. Okay then.
Okay then. But you gotta take into account, like, yeah, sure, you want to be around more, but like,
you need to be around more.
You need to be around more and build a relationship. You can't just jump in and say, "Hey, I'm grandpa. Give me all the hugs." You can't do that.
That's with friendships too, y'all.
And
in relationships.
right. And okay, I had this lovely couple that I've been working with. They just finished up with me. I love them so much because they were just very. It was interesting to watch them blossom in communication because she had a traumatic past. He was out of a bad relationship and he just needed someone to love him. Okay, like they were great together, but they just had some rough spots. And one of the rough spots was boundaries that we often take for granted, right? So, give you an example. It's a perfect example.
Please,
I know. She has given him the key to her flat, because they're across the ocean. The key to her flat to watch after some plants while she's at a conference or whatever the fuck. That is a level of trust. Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
3 months down the line, he still has the key. She is aware, okay, and whatnot. He goes to a birthday party she was originally supposed to attend. She didn't feel so good, so she didn't go. He saves her a piece of cake and decides it would be a sweet gesture to go drop it off, set it up really pretty on her dining room table so when she came back, it would be there. Sweet little note, flowers, all of it. He left, gets a phone call a couple hours later. She is angry and terrified.
Why?
She's angry and terrified because he didn't ask to go in the house. Again, consent is really fucking important, y'all. Just because you got the key don't mean you can run up and in out that motherfucker whenever you fucking feel like it. So she was terrified. What?
Jay said first thing he met his grandfather's wife, he dapped her up, and John, for something serious, like you don't know if someone has neurotypical issues while touching physical. It can be physically painful, something. Yeah.
Boom. So she was terrified. She was angry because he went in there without asking her. He could have let the cats out. She was very paranoid about that. Like, it was just a lot going on for her. She had, like I said, traumatic history. Boundaries are super duper fucking important. Trust is super duper fucking important. This man could have just tanked this entire relationship. But he had good intentions, though. Like, who don't like surprise cake?
I don't.
What's good, John? You like surprise powder?
With his sweet potato, yes. Not peach cobbler, though.
I'm allergic to peaches. that same shit applies. But I want to do something special for you. Okay, but I don't want that thing. But this thing would be great. But I don't want that thing.
You think it would be great because you like it, not what I want.
Ooh, what's for dinner, John? But yeah, like, you have to think of that part. That's where the intention part comes from. The I in intention is you, okay? And I say that because you then develop this whole vision of how it would be great to do this for this person.
They're going to be happy.
They're going to be excited. I'm getting to see this glow on their face. I, me. I'm going to do. And they're going to be because I did. It is no longer about that person.
I get my validation and vindication.
No, you're eating Golden Grams at 7:46 like an adult. I'm proud of you, John. Proud of you. I mean, a giant party-sized bag of Doritos and Coke Zero for dinner because I'm an adult. Because my partner didn't want to go to fucking Outback and get me a blooming onion. Okay. Where was I? Oh, but it becomes more about you than it becomes about the person, and that is problematic. If it is something intended for their benefit, then you should be thinking of their benefit, not how you're going to do this grandiose thing, and it's going to be magical, and they're going to love it, and by proxy, you.
Also, when it comes to their benefit, just because you might think it might legit come to their benefit, but you got to present it in a better way if you don't understand that person. Because certain things, like I use myself as an example.
Oh my!
So y'all know Inebriated is my name and all the kind of stuff. Y'all seen me do a whole lot of shit on this.
Mm-hmm.
When I was first conceiving doing it, my partner at that point in time was helping me out in certain ways. You know, like she was taking pictures and taste testing and drinking and whatnot, which
practical shit, useful shit.
However, she was talking about how the name didn't make sense, and granted, it took me a long time to figure out that name, something clever in general. And the Capricorn in me was kind of just like, bitch, but I was still trying to be understanding.
I said, bitch. John, go
But
watch the first episode of Key and Peele right now. I'm just kidding. But do it.
but
Back up. Back up. Get out of here. I'm
it
not
got
sharing
to
my video.
because I wanted to stream and whatnot with it too, and she like bought me mics and a mixer and all. I think I bought my own mixer, but she bought me microphones, all the kind of stuff.
She bought you some equipment to help you out.
But also she was going about it. Well, let's start with the equipment first. She bought the equipment, and ADHD brains like not focusing on it at all. Don't do the shit. Which in turn that got held against me because anytime she would bring up your nerd braided, she'd bring up that she did this, that, and the other. Great, you did the right thing, but you did it in the wrong way. Also, when it came to the name, like she apparently thought it didn't make sense or whatnot because she couldn't grasp the concept of it. And I was like, all right, cool. After swallowing a little bit of this, because I'm trying to make the relationship work and everything, like, can you think of a better name then? We can brainstorm so we can come up with things. That never happened. And after she said, I can't think of it, I'm like, all right, cool. Then it stays what it is. Afterwards, she talked to one of her graphic design friends and talking about pretty much like trying to say more so like, yeah, this name ain't gonna work. Which in turn pissed me off and just shut me down from even wanting to focus on my nerd shit at all. She might have had the good intentions of like wanting this to be a success and everything.
Which other ones?
What's up?
Talking to John. Keep going.
No.
What
she
other
might have had the best intention, like trying to help me progress my project and whatnot, but how she went about it was counteractive to how I operate.
Oh, you're right. Thanks, John.
And if you actually paid attention to how I operate, then you would have, like, you would kind of be able to be better off. You would have been better equipped to deal with some shit.
Hot shit. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I still gotta do the other part. Hold on. Wait.
But yeah, it also came back to that question, like, she meant. Got it. Yeah, exactly, SJ. Micromanaging my dreams and ambitions. Envision, like, I don't think I ever got asked how could she help until, like, when everything was uber thin,
when
ice
it was
and rocky.
overdone. Dunyan rings, Dunkaroos,
Yeah.
Dunskies, Dungarees, all of it.
A blooming dunion.
A blooming, don't say it. I want fucking blooming on your mouth bag. But now, she sounds like the entire devil, okay? Totes in this situation. But from the other side of it, when you are with a partner, you want to uplift them, you want to encourage them. When you see them struggle, you want to jump in and fix it. You want to help for their benefit. Now, the neurodivergency aside, it's like, okay, you need this and that to get started. I got the extra funds. I'm going to slide you this and that to get started. Now, we're going to have it. One, great intention. You bought this, you bought that to make it possible. Bad intention, you ain't.
Good intention.
Yeah, good intention. Bad intention. Bad intention, you ain't getting no input on what type of mixer nor mic you wanted. You ain't ask when he had planned to start streaming, this, that, the other.
Comfortable enough to want the stream or
none of that. But good intention. Okay. Uh-oh.
good intention, bad execution.
Right, bad execution. Now the other side of this, the whole name thing. I don't get the name. I'm generalizing. I don't want other people to be confused like me, and I want you to succeed at this. What else you got? That sounds constructive. However, given the backstory, given the symbolism of how hard it was to come up with the name, hold on.
Well, how hard it was to come up with the name.
How hard it was to come up with the name. Like, you're negating all the effort that the other person has already put in on a thing that is theirs. So there's a boundary issue.
Theirs. That's the main thing, too.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a boundary issue going on there, too.
Which is certain people, how you say it and come across like, hey, that's stupid. But you ain't coming up with anything better,
Right.
though.
Now, also, being with someone, being close to someone means you have a certain level of knowledge about this person. So, we all know Snoop's got ADHD brain, like bad.
It's actually gotten better.
It has gotten better, but it so sometimes
I wonder how it would have been if I would have figured that out way sooner, but we'd be rich.
We'd be so rich, we would be the Game Grumps. Anyway, but no, like knowing knowledge that you have about that person and using that knowledge to guide your intention and your behavior is also helpful. It ain't gonna do shit in a bucket if I jump skip in A to C and he working on B. Unless he has asked me, hey, I'm gonna segue into C in the next month. Can you go get a jump started on it for me? Can you buy me this equipment? Can you do that? Ain't no point because he is still on B. B has to be done with his brain. It has to be done here, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Otherwise, I won't have time to get tired of it and get done and move on.
Meanwhile,
to
there's B, there's 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 8B of other projects that are in my brain right now.
That part. So you may be thinking you're helpful. What's good, Scarlett? You may think you're being helpful, but you're not. So Thanksgiving is coming up, right?
Right.
In my family group chat. Now, first I'm going to preface this by I am not the sister, sibling, nor auntie that cannot cook. Okay, that is my other sibling.
Oh, this story.
So every year in the family group chat, why forecometh, do we always ask who is doing what, as if I have not done the greens since I let y'all in on the fact that I knew how to cook. Why forecometh would you continue to ask? And, okay, well, I don't know, I just thought you might want to break this year. Whoa.
I mean, that is nicely intended.
It is nicely intended because not only does it save me on dishes, I just have to show up with side stuff and throw it in the trash when I'm done. And, you know, we downsize the menu because, I mean, let's be real. We gluttonous assholes at Thanksgiving. We are. But it didn't come off as that. It came off as this bitch can't cook greens.
Damn, how did you word that shit then?
And them's is fighting words where I come from, okay?
We Southern.
We real Southern.
That's how you get your ass kicked. Like
that's how you get a whole.
That's how you get mollywopped.
Down. All right. You get curb stomped. All right.
Get your ass beat to across the Mason-Dixon line.
The second part of this is this conundrum, this incident. Whenever I make the greens, and somebody who makes burgers and spaghetti in the last couple of weeks, y'all know who I'm talking about, is in my area. And of course now they're permanently in my area.
Okay, now.
They sneak behind my back and start fucking with my greens. I just thought they needed a little bit more salt. Then you can put
salt in them when you get it.
On it when you get it. I was just stirring it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I stir clockwise. You stir counterclockwise. Fuck off.
Do that. Just leave it unless you ask me, unless I ask you. If I text you, I'm like, yo, check on it. Like, don't do that. Don't.
Sometimes your helping is in the way.
Who made the potato salad?
That's just like somebody trying to die.
Why do you need to know? Huh? You don't go to McDonald's and ask who's on fries, do you? Huh?
I do.
No, scoop it.
That's right. That's right, Pastor Greg. Like, don't touch, hands off anything I'm cooking while I'm cooking.
Who is cooking? You or me? Hoopst. Get out my kitchen. I'm not touching your dish. I'm not bothering your dish.
Sometimes the way you are helping is just like how a child is helping. You are in the way. You in the fucking way. Not just in the way.
If you've
you in the fucking way.
Made brownies with a 6-year-old, then you don't know what we're talking about. Let me tell you what it's like to make brownies with a 6-year-old, okay? Chocolate double fudge brownies with someone that's yay high. Okay, first, chocolate is getting everywhere. The ceiling, the cabinets, your back, your hair, for no reason. You can be as clean as you want. But because I want to help too, it's going to get everywhere. They're going to mix it. There's going to be lumpy flour. The eggshell going to be in there. You going to have to rebeat it with the blender behind their back because their intention is great. Their little heart and soul to want to help you is so cute. But damn it, you doing it wrong.
You like,
Bates, what's good?
You ever want to punt a child? Have them help you cook.
Have them help you cook. Or
when you're focused on cooking. Like,
or when you're wrapping presents for Christmas. Because the way you rap and the
all
way
right, now
somebody else rap
Greg, now I
is
need to
different.
try your chili.
Ooh, great.
Pastor Greg
Pastor
saying,
Greg make chili.
that when I make my chili, you best believe the only one set of hands touching it till it's served. Like, oh, go ahead, man. We got
I mean, I like chili. I like homemade chili.
same.
Right.
If anybody makes some vegan chili, not vegan,
I like
venison
turkey chili. Ooh, venison
chili.
chili.
Yeah, if you make some venison chili, that's
Hot.
you might get a ring.
Oh, how was Anime NYC? I saw your Persephone look good. But it's also like wrapping presents for Christmas, right? You ever try wrapping
What's that
presents
mean,
with a kid? You ever try doing that? The paper don't fit.
Yeah,
They
the
don't
most
wasted half a
irritating-
roll. You can't find the tape. Like more than usual, you can't find the tape.
Lines are crooked as fuck.
Lines are crooked as fuck. It's taped all over. And then they so proud at Christmas morning. I wrapped this for you. It looked like hell, baby. And I appreciate it.
And the worst part is you don't want to degrade
Do you
the
now,
child.
Sean?
Hold on. We shut up. Pastor Gray said something important.
Sean
He
just
said
said
he makes a
something important,
mean.
too.
He just said he makes a mean venison chili.
So, Pastor Greg, you make jerky.
So fuck
too,
Sean
or
right
not?
now. Yeah, the first thing you learn
Right,
to make about
babes.
24.
Right, babes. My kids know when I start cooking, you don't come in the kitchen. But now I'm teaching them to cook. Yeah.
See, I
let's get
believe
to it.
teaching to cook is different than like, oh, what the hell? Like, no, you about
Yeah,
to sit
that
down
is
and
a
learn,
bit
right?
different. But like they gonna mess up. But like with
You
teaching,
expect
you
it one
expect
day.
them to mess up. But yeah, but it's like, I did this for you. Thank
It's
you.
like when they paint. It's like when they paint something to do a drawing. Like, oh, that's nice, but at the same time, it's just like this ain't art. You just did this on the wall.
No,
Like,
Sean,
you
you
just did
can't
this on the
compete
paper.
with venison, but you can serve me some of that veggie turkey chili in a tank top, though. We can invite John's mom.
Go
Anyway,
on.
oh, you've never met Jan. Jan's the best. Oh man. So, what was I saying? I went to the mountains last year for our Blurred family trip. Went to the mountains. I was gone for a week. Me and Scotty were gone, so there was no oversight. It was just my oldest, Apollo, watching our home, watching the dogs, taking care of things. Here's the good intention story. The good intention was he wanted things to be clean when we got home because he knows I like a clean house. I make a huge point to clean everything, burn my sage, light my candles, and make sure it smells good. Hit everything with the Febreze once or twice before I walk out so that when I come back, it's not so bad, right?
Sitting with the Febrezes.
Now, Apollo, he knows the deal is like, you wash the house, you text me what you want for dinner, I'll Postmates it, Uber Eats it, DoorDash it to you, pick it up at the door, eat, whatever. Because if you make trash, just
Kata
toss it out.
says, hey.
If you make... Who?
And what's up, Kata?
Hey, Kata.
Kata.
Hey, Busty.
That's what she said for you. Hey, bestie.
Um,
I assumed that wasn't for me.
no, it wasn't for you.
Fuck you.
You already have several times, in fact. Anyway, so...
Like a decade ago.
But yet you won't remove me from your top 5.
All right, Pot.
All right, Kettle. All right, so...
That got weird.
So that got really weird. So he wants to help me, help the house be clean when we get home, right? You guys, he washed my dishes.
Oh.
He cleaned the kitchen up. And he had very good intentions.
But you had a very long week. of you
Yes.
washing.
And I got COVID at that point. It was awful. So I have a glass top stove. We're going to start on the little thing first. I have a glass top stove. If you don't know how to professionally and appropriately clean your glass top stove, they make glass top stove cleaner. It comes with a little scrubber. You do it with a soft cloth.
And a razor, too.
And a razor in case you got
gotta
deep
scrape
grease.
the-
You got to scrape. So you set it on, you rub it in with your scrubber, and you scrape
For
what you
those
got to
who don't
scrape.
know,
And
we're really
then
domestic.
you wipe it off with a soft cloth. Water and soap and a wet rag ain't going to fucking do it, okay? It leaves streaks and nastiness. You're just moving nastiness
At least
around.
just a window because it's glass. Like, do that at least.
Yeah, so he cleaned my glass stovetop to the best of his ability. There was soap residue everywhere, whatever. But that ain't the part that behoove me. The part that behoove me is when he washed my dishes, he used a dry cloth. You guys, The dry cloth is this big. and when he got to the bottom of the dishes, because you can tell he just did the let me run some water and throw soap all over everything and wash it with a rag method. When you get to the bottom of the sink, the wash dish was right there looking like somebody help. Looking dry. No. Somebody help. Water. Some nice.
I need it.
Cold water. I need it. Anyway, so his intentions were so pure because he that's my baby. Like y'all don't understand. Like Nico, why you ain't got no kids? Because I raised that one myself. That is my child. My child goes off to college next year. My heart, that is my child. Okay.
Age is setting in.
Shut up. And shut up.
You're old.
Shut the fuck up. How many SpongeBob references gonna make tonight, huh? Tell me. How long?
I know I got the dry sponge on. Jay posted the dry sponge.
But so the point being, he really, really cares about when I ask him to do shit. He takes that shit serious because he knows I appreciate it. And I show that shit because, I'm the Christmas auntie that everybody loves.
Plus his mom ain't shit comparatively speaking.
Hey, don't talk about my sister. I'll whoop your ass.
I said comparatively speaking.
Don't talk about my sister. I'll whoop your ass.
Whoop it then, shit. I'd have been around the motherfucker too damn long.
I was about to say, your touch deprived ass. You gonna beat me up? Then what you gonna do?
Hey. He might like
We are getting off topic. Anyway, good intentions.
I like the attention.
So good Intentions often. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about about being nice to people as a good intention and it coming out wrong. Let's talk about that. What did we say earlier? We was laughing at my post earlier. She's not flirting with you. She's just hot and talking.
Yeah. Sometimes we're not flirting, we're just being nice.
Or just having a conversation just so happen to look immaculate.
Or the fact that we're just talking to you like you're a person.
That part. So let's talk about kind of the reverse. Did you have something else you want to talk about? What the hell? That's a face right there. Damn it. You are muted now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
I can see that goddamn motherfucker though. That was clear.
So something recently happened because for those you know, dog passed.
We just lost our son on Saturday.
Yeah. Whom has an attachment to a lot of people. Some of those people make an effort not to talk to me. My biggest fear for even letting people know was going to be that faults. It might be genuine. It might be pure. It might be considered concerned about how I'm feeling during all this. They can give me their best condolences. But I want to fucking hear from you because you've put all this effort into not talking to me. Continue to not do so. I don't care if you feel bad. I don't care if you feel good. I don't know if it's something bad.
That ain't loaded, is it?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Chamber clear? Because, you're not...
Yep, chamber's clear.
No, it's not. There is one in the chamber. See?
Hold on.
Proper gun safety is important, boys and girls and everyone else and all you squirrels.
But...
Hey, Boy Wonder, what's good?
But I was sincerely hoping, certain people didn't contact me in any form or fashion because they would have seen the anger part of my grieving because you
y'all
can't be...
This
chat ain't shit right now. Y'all talking shit.
What the chat saying? But no, legit. Now, granted...
SJ said, makes sense. Started the whole space for unwanted people's emotions. That would have had to happen if they had talked to me, but they kind of realized, hey, they sent condolences through a proxy.
Right. Boy Wonder says, what's up?
What's up?
Ooh, Different World Marathon is on? Oh! Ooh, Snooze, I just realized you kind of look like Mr. Gaines.
Wow.
Let me shut up. I wanted to be funny so bad when I was a kid.
All right, Miss LaRue. But how we But I was so glad, like they could have meant the best intentions
Right.
that they could have just from the bottom of their heart have been pure. I ain't want to fucking hear it because for me, you disown me, you disown my dog. So you can't talk like that's your baby. You can talk like you miss him, all this other kind of stuff. Like nah, fuck you. Especially if you make an effort not to talk to me and then you want to try to say some shit on some sad stuff because which is another part we need to talk about. Some of your good intentions are based off of guilt.
That part. And that's why you make it about you. That's a big motivator why you make it about you. Some of your good intentions come from a place of, I don't want to look like the bad guy. I don't want to be the negative Nelly of the bunch. I don't want to just be on the reciprocating end of anything bad, even if I deserve it.
Thanks, moderator.
What's the thing? What were we talking about? What is it? But hey, don't do that again. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I feel bad. You're supposed to feel bad. You did something bad.
But feel bad because I feel bad. No.
Sit with it by yourself. Don't try to fix it. Sit
Feel
with
bad
it.
for me because I feel bad. Like no.
No.
John asks, is it a good intention of being selfish? I'd say 70-30. Sometimes. The ratio switches. Sometimes it's 70 good intentions, sometimes it's 30% selfish as fuck, but other
like
times
a
it's
huge underlying is it's just like, coming up with a plan for your life, right? It's like, oh, if I do this, this, and this, and this lines up, it'll be perfect. It'll be this, it'll be that. Like there we have this huge umbrella of optimism and this thing that we feel like we've figured it out and can bring it to fruition. We can will it into existence. But also in that process, we lose all sense of reality. Well, some days we may be sick. Some days our depression might kick our ass. Some days life.
You get tunnel vision.
You get tunnel vision. And that's why it's such an underlying kind of thing of, yeah, but I had good intentions. Yeah, but you was piss poor at everything else because my intentions are in the tunnel. Not the person's feelings, not the situation, not whether it's appropriate.
It's how you see it, not how they see it. You need to figure out what they want.
Right. Not whether it's appropriate, not whether it's my place to even do something or say something or be something like that.
Or like tone policing or telling somebody how to live their life when you don't know shit about them.
Case in point. We understand y'all want to protest, but you're doing it wrong. Then you don't understand. So, policing tone. Let's go back through the formula we made earlier. Policing tone means I say something, I have an emotional reaction, not to what you have said, but I latch on to a trigger word or just a certain tone of voice. How you've said it. Damn what you said. Man, fucking honey wheat bread is the motherfucking best.
Wait, but remember, like, who are on my chat? Remember when? Oh, I can't talk to y'all no more because you cussed. Like, I'm sorry that someone who's emotionally charged uses a dirty word.
A dirty word.
To you.
A dirty bird. A birdie dird. But yeah,
but at the same time, that just shows you don't give a fuck. Like,
right, you are reacting to how it's said and not what is said. Now, granted, I'm not negating. Sometimes that is a trauma response, but also so is getting loud. Now,
I can tell when you raise my voice. When you raise your voice, like I'm not yelling. I'm passionate about this, so my voice is going to show that passion. Like,
just say you're afraid of black guys and go. I'm sorry. But no, like legit though. And I deal with this with couples all the time where I'm sitting here looking like I'm at fucking Wimbledon. Cause they say it, like, and we are arguing, even though we're both making valid points, especially in a passionate kind of argument like that.
Did I freeze? I don't know, Jay. Did I freeze?
No, you're moving for me. Stop wiggling around. You look like an angry Twix bar. And
wait. Left or right Twix?
You look more like a left Twix. Anyway.
That's a left Twix.
My buddy is a left Twix. You done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. But they're both getting louder because one, that automatically tells me we feel like we're not being heard by our partner. So let me get vocally louder. It's not that we're bashing each other. It's just that we're getting tonally louder. We are both saying some great points. We are making great observations. It's like, I know you do this. That's why I did this. You're not listening. Like, bro, y'all are reacting to each other's tone of voice and not what you're saying. You're literally agreeing angrily.
And so, like I said before, sometimes it's just passion.
It's
like you're just
just
passionate about
passion.
something. Yeah.
So, personal post here, because this happened to me today. This happened today at 4:33 p.m. I'm at work. I was over on the bench. I was at work. And my partner calls because he did not work today because if it rains, he cannot climb trees. If he climbs a tree, then I get $300,000 because he will be dead. So, he did not go to work today. He calls me at 4:33, asks me what I'm doing. I'm like, about to pack up and head home. What's good? What's up? He's like, the truck is making a funny noise. And I'm like, what you mean a funny noise? Because the second a vehicle starts making a funny noise, I'm glad my wallet's right here. We be like,
What noise is it making? It sounds like Scatman John.
shut the fuck up. Man, anyway, he's like, I'm not sure what to do. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what time the dealership you usually go to closes, but if there's enough time, do you want to take it there and then I pick you up and bring you home? He's like, that sounds like a plan. Cool. Now, mind you, it's 4:33. And he's like, you got time to do that? I said, okay. So here's the thing. I have a session at 4:45, which means the second I hop in this car and go home, I am in session, okay? And I will come get you afterwards unless you want me to make an arrangement to do it before, okay? So he's like, all right, well, I'm going to give them a call, and then I will call you back. Okay. He hangs up. I'm in the car, letting it properly heat up because this is a pet peeve.
She don't like cold, but
well, and it's bad for your car. Let your car heat up. Sit with it. Don't just jump in and go. It's bad for your car. Anyway, sitting there letting it heat up, and
got to rev up the engine a little bit, get it warm.
That too.
Yeah.
Shut up, Snippy. And then I'm sitting in there. I'm like texting. I'm like, all right, I'm about to head home. I'm like, okay. He texts. He says, I will be at the dealership. I'm like, okay. And so I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm about to pull out. I call him back. I'm like, hey, are you going to sit with it for a bit and see if they can do a diagnostic on it today? You know, sit around and see if they can tell you something before you leave. Or am I just coming to get you? Basically, am I coming to get you now or later? Right? Because I have the power to push back my appointment 15 minutes. I didn't share that information, which is probably part of it. But, whatever. He blows up, is angry, is cussing, fussing, and I don't know what the fuck to tell you, and hangs up on me. Now, as I drove home, I'm like, well, this is why I appreciate that was the thing. I appreciate my relationship because my mind automatically now goes to, well, what could possibly be going on that doesn't involve me versus how I used to trauma response thanks to someone special in my life over here. Holy shit, what did I do? Okay, so now we go over that side. So I'm like, okay, maybe something else has happened. Maybe the truck hasn't started. Maybe he was
possessed by Yosemite Sam. Who knows?
Maybe he was possessed by Yosemite Sam. Whatever. And so my brain is like, okay, we got a couple options. It is 4:40 right now. It's gonna take like 5 minutes to get home and 12 minutes if we pass by home to get to that dealership to pick him up. All right, what's the plan? Well, let's take the considerate route. If he does decide he wants to get picked up, we'll just move the appointment back 15 minutes. Say, hey, I'm gonna meet you at 5 o'clock instead of 4:45. Bada boom, bada bam. Head straight to the dealership because clearly he is not in a good headspace, right? I text him. He's texted me back. He's like, you should probably go home. And I'm like, okay, tone of voice, still a little snappy. No, this isn't about me. So clearly something is going on here. So I'm like, well, I just pushed my appointment back to 5 o'clock. You need to tell me right now if I'm meeting you at the dealership or if I'm going home. And he said, I haven't even left the house. I said, okay, all right. Get there. He is pissed. He cranks the truck up for me and lets me hear what the fuck it's doing. It sounds bad, yo. Bad. And when I say bad, it sounds expensive.
I still got it. You still pick a lock. Anyway.
Something wrong with you. Sounds
Look, I
expensive.
did it without
And
my
so
lockpicks.
he's
Okay,
sitting there, angry, pissed in the truck, having a whole existential meltdown.
I just mad that whole thing got recorded. But anyway,
It did. I totally recorded it. Um, and I get there and I get to him. He is still very much pissed, and it is very obvious it is not about me. And I'm like, okay. So what do you want to do? He's like, I feel more comfortable getting a tow truck. Cool. Can we swing that? Absolutely. Are you sure? Mm-hmm. On top of that, apparently, fucking Burger King and Wendy's fucked his food up. And when he finally got it, he ain't even want it. It wasn't even good. And you know how I feel about that, y'all. So, point being, it's about not misconstruing a tone and listening to the message. Like, he sound pissed as hell. Y'all remember that fucking scene from Get On Up when fucking when Chadwick fucking slapped Jill Scott across the room? That's what the tone sounded like. It sounded like, holy shit, we about to fight. But that's not.
but it was just I'm annoyed.
I'm annoyed. I'm having an existential meltdown. Life is always biting me in the fucking ass because it's always fucking something.
Because also that's something else too. We express anger and whatnot differently. Like just your level of anger ain't my level of anger. Like,
Facts.
well, it could be at the same level, but how we treat it ain't gonna be the same.
Absolutely. Like Scotty will say he is annoyed more often than he is angry. I perceive that as angry. Simply because I don't really do that emotion well. Thanks, Steve. I'm just kidding.
You're welcome.
That wasn't just you.
That wasn't just me, but yeah.
That one wasn't just you. But paying attention to the words being said is important. Like, I can get reactive and be like, well, wait a minute now, who the fuck is cussing at? Or
Oh, really?
that's reactive, that's not angry. But if I consciously choose to hear the words, like we text and chat and email all day, every day. You can't give yourself 2 seconds to decode a tone of voice? Huh? Come on now. You owe that much to yourself. So with that being said, intention is surrounded by tunnel vision, selfish benefit. Okay, and I know when I say that word selfish, everyone's like, no, selfishness isn't necessarily.
I'm not selfish. How dare you say I'm being selfish?
Selfish is a neutral term, and I wish people would know that. Selfish means about yourself, which means you are consciously metacognitioning about you because no one else is gonna fucking do that. No one thinks about it but you.
Same way as the word ignorant, like the literal definition of it.
Right, it's ignorant. Ignorant, no, like you don't know, and you are acting accordingly. So,
now, ignorant is something different.
Yeah, this is sort of ignorant, though. But so, underlying tunnel vision, selfish benefit, and misconstruction. Like, you are just not getting the picture. And that's not because you're incapable. It's not because, you can't listen. What's good, Kagome? Where the fuck have you been? Holy shit!
Chilling with Inuyasha.
Shut your whore mouth. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're not capable. Thank you. Doesn't mean you're not capable of listening. You just also need to have opportunity to listen and understand, which means ask, talk,
listen and understand.
When they say,
listen and
we will fight.
Understood.
Right. So, any other final thoughts about good intentions, outcomes of said intentions, requests for next topics, questions, comments, concerns?
Questions.
Because we got about 8 minutes before we send the Twitchers to Don Darrow on 101, and then we get into
have
fuck shit shenanigans on any time. Y'all, I really just sat here and ate Doritos and Coke for dinner.
Yeah, you should not Mountain Dew, I suppose.
We will talk about consent if you like, Kagome. We will, because we always sprinkle it into everything we talk about, but we have never solely
consent
dedicated.
Is very important in everything.
Kagome, we're talking about good intentions leading to poor outcomes, okay? Because sometimes when we get the tunnel vision of, "Ooh, I'm gonna do this nice thing for this person because I'm trying to be nice to them or I'm trying to make them feel better," it may not be what they need.
Or I'm helping them.
want. Or helping.
Or that goes. Oh, we didn't go off on tough love. I can do that for a quick second.
Yeah, you can do that for a quick second. I'm so proud of your growth.
Tough love. Let's go ahead and say that for a second. Just because a lot of tough love is used as selfish tools. Whether you have an issue with yourself or another person that you want to vent that stuff off on, as opposed to really caring about that person changing or developing. Now, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers forget the love part. That's like somebody trying to quit drinking. Now, tough love would be, I can't stand to see you be this way. We tried a couple of things. Look, I can't be a part of this anymore. That's tough love, unless you stop drinking. I hate ultimatums, but that's one of those times it kind of helps. Or it's like necessary.
Death is kind of on the line there, so that's necessary.
Yeah. And if that person tried to go cold turkey, can't go cold turkey, and maybe tries to go lighter, like with a beer instead of hard liquor, like just taking baby steps.
Moderation is the term.
Yep.
Hi, y'all. I'm a harm reductionist.
And you see this person drinking, and you go off like, you ain't shit. I told you never gonna be shit. Like you like going off like that without understanding they're trying to take levels into this, and they tried one way and couldn't. They're still trying, but in your brain, they ain't doing shit because you're not trying. You don't care about that person.
See you trying. The fuck does that even mean?
Oh yeah, they don't see you trying. Yeah,
fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck my effort got to do with you?
You ain't sending me a progress report. That's basically what you're trying to say.
Right. Bitch, don't you know I'm the king of get home before you and get my report card out the mailbox? Get the fuck out of here.
Like, you ain't trying to sway my opinion, so you ain't doing it right because you ain't doing what I want you to do or how I want you to do it in the time I want you to do it.
Now, the underlying intention there is, I'm afraid for you. I don't want you to die. I want you to get better, but you're coming off a bit, dare I say, cuntish.
A bit cuntish?
Bit cuntish.
Your whole name might as well be Constance.
I mean, that is a cuntish name. Constance?
Yeah, short for Connie, or...
Bubble Bath.
But yeah, like, when it comes to tough love, don't forget the love part.
Don't forget the
tough love is tough love is putting a boundary that you cannot have crossed anymore. It is not going off on somebody.
Yes, tough love is controlling an emotion and regulating your emotions, just like the tonal approach we were just talking about. Tough love is not letting out everything you've ever held onto this person as a deterrent or as what they deserve. Okay? That's not what tough love is. Tough love is expressing the emotion that's, get ready for it, underneath your frustration and anger, because that's not the only emotion you bloody have. Okay?
Yep.
It's usually driven by fear, worry,
emotional regulation, really
sadness.
Difficult. That should be a topic too. Emotional regulation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because there we can talk, and make this note next to it, there we can talk about flipping the switch on between conscious and unconscious effort. I teach it all the time in session. Is it hard? Abso-fucking-lutely, because we've spent all this time doing it one way, and now we're trying to change it. It's like we're going against the current, and it fucking sucks. But it can be done with practice and consistency. You had bacon-wrapped shrimp tonight? Go away, Kagome.
I'm not a big fan about bacon-wrapped seafood. It's
I
just
like bacon-wrapped dates. Have you ever had bacon-wrapped dates?
How can you have dates?
I don't know. I can eat them though. I might need to just go get rechecked because I think it might just be the dermis on it instead. Because in a bacon wrap date, they're essentially baked or deep fried. And like the dermis is now dried out and untextured, so everything in it is dead. So there's that. I had a friend named Constant. We not friends no more. It's correct. Oh, your birthday? When's your birthday, Kagome? My birthday was literally 11 days ago. All right. Well, John, are you set up? Are y'all ready to do Dunduring 101? I'm going to hit my raid button.
Damn it, John. Bacon wrap me. God damn it, John.
Bacon wrap me. Otherwise, you're down there. You don't know if little Dylan down at the grocery store has an OnlyFans because you can sit there. He's bagging your groceries. Next thing you notice, he's got a 14-inch horse meat. Schmeat. December 3rd. That's hot. Happy birthday.
Schmedium.
I'll be with the Blue Skirt Boys in Texas, sweating my ass off in a onesie at a Hooters.
Have fun with that.
All right. Well, we are ready. Hi! Hello, husband! See, my video game husband knows me. He just jumped in and said, Schmeat. It took me saying giant enormous horse schmeat for you to say something in my chat. I see how it is. But all right, Twitches. So we have added consent and emotional regulation to the list. Any other topics at hand before I send you off to the lovely throes?
Come on, airtime. Y'all got anything?
101? Hot, sweaty schmeat. I hate you. Hot, sweaty schmeat.
Yeah. Shredded meat.
Schmeat. All right. Well, cool shit. Tomorrow, I will be doing, as I'm sure you've noticed, Twitchers, I'm advertising more for airtime these days simply because, very less lack of racism and hate rates. But I'm doing the lunchtime therapy tomorrow at 12:30. I will continue to get. Oh, they rated without me. Fuck. Whatever. I don't even give a shit. Fucking rude. I don't like that.
Abusing people's triggers.
You're abusing people's triggers. Whatever. Fuck it. We'll hit this.
That's an awesome name.
What?
Air trigger.